Hello, welcome back to the Star Card Tarot. I love saying that. I actually have to say that when I listened to that last reading, I applied it to my own self. And I was gonna do this thing of I'm new to Instagram, and so I thought, I'll change the name here so then I can cross post my stuff, and then it'll just make it easier and this and that, and whatever. And like, after I listened to that video and really took that message and really sizzled into it for a couple days, it was actually immediately, but definitely for a couple days I'm like, yes, I made the right decision. It feels right. So yeah, it's nice to also have guidance. So let's see if there's any messages. Got the word opera on my mind, so opera is coming through. The sun card. Perfect, because I feel like that's definitely an indicator of the season that we're in, but the feeling that we're in is just to be free, naively free. I was actually just on a phone call with my friend, and we were talking about the nude beach. And yeah, so interestingly, naively free. 5 of Cups. Some regrets, or sometimes it feels like, so in this card there's a couple of the cups here that are not upright. Like, these have obviously she's experienced, or the character has experienced, but these she has not. So because she's not seeing these, she's basing her experience off of these perhaps weren't successful in a way, but not noticing that there's the story hasn't ended, right? Like, so if we're experiencing a sliver in time, but if we have the zoomed out view, we might go, oh, there's more to the story, right? Opera reminds me of drama. Oh my gosh, 9 Pentacles. That's just about where anybody would like to be. That's usually how we fantasize. Generally this is how we fantasize. Now, however that looks, we feel like that we have it all in the material realm. That every base is covered. We have everything that we could possibly desire for. Like, it's there, right? Like, everything is covered. Okay, so I'm going to stop there. So we've got the Sun card, the 5 of Cups, the 9 of Pentacles. So we're starting out. If we can just get in that feeling of carefree. And I know that it shows the picture of a child or infant, or a youngling, or whatever you would want to say. Is because they don't have to worry about dick all. They don't have to worry about anything. They have their own worries, but their basics are covered. There's no, in this card, there's no worrying about survival mode. In this card, You're being cared for. And the only thing left to do is just to be. Just be. If you get caught up in your emotions, because cups represent emotion, if you get caught up in your emotion with that Five of Cups, you're not seeing the full big picture. But if you can get over that, if you can understand there's more to the story, you'll have everything that you need, so to speak. Yeah, the word opera, poetic. Here we go again. Look at that. Passion over perfection. We just had that in our last reading. And it says you can and you will. Passion over perfection. You can and you will. Passion over perfection. You can and you will. It's not to say that you have to will it, but you can. Passion over perfection. You don't need permission for passion. You don't need an invitation for passion. Passion is just there or not. I feel like passion to me, and this might not be any like dictionary terms, although I really like, that kind of clarification. But to be able to have passion over perfection, you have to feel free. You have to feel safe. You have to feel good in your environment. And if your environment isn't feeling, the way you want it to feel, well, remember, there's still those two cups. Like, the story isn't over, right? It's not the final act. Passion over perfection. When we see a brand new baby, we melt, we die, we just can't even over brand new babies, because they're not worried about perfection. They're not caught up in their emotions. Yeah, sure, they'll cry for their needs, and maybe they might express feelings, but generally they're just being. So I feel like the message is kind of like clear and succinct about just be in your passion, or allow some passion to flow through. You can and you will. And I hope you enjoyed.